Lucas Lundvald trying to keep possession of that puck. There's a scrum, he gets it to Cox. Well, here you go.
A little bit of fisticuffs going on in the corner.
We've got a little bit of
Lucas Lundvald. I'm not sure who it is.
Well, the Stars fans not happy with that one. The Giants fans, of course, on their feet and applauding Leonard.
So we're back underway. Following that timeout for the Stars as Lundvald likes to move in down the boards, and Leonard knocks him over, and some fisticuffs break out. Dryden Dow gets involved immediately, and Leonard with the uppercuts and over the top, and down goes Dow. Well, Dow not happy with the challenge there on Lundvald by Curtis Leonard, and they were going very fast indeed. No even any time for handbags, straight into the scrapping.
Right in there, no messing. Well, we're going to have a look back at this. Just as Lucas Lundvald won that face-off.
Yeah, here's the challenge on Lundvald, tries to skip up the boards. Jeez, there's not really someone like that, to be fair. I see that most nights. Took exception though. Trying to get this team and crowd fired up. Dryden Dow. And Leonard giving as good as he got there. So another slight break in proceedings to get that all sorted out. Again, the Giants.
There's a chance here, the back post going right into the blue paint. Yeah. Second effort there. And a little bit after Jelina and they're going to drop the gloves. Jelina, not too sure. Is that Eric Neely?
I can't see who that is.
A couple of rights being thrown in there. The helmet's off Jelina. Another right coming in. I think that is Eric Neely. And a great uppercut there from Jelina. He takes the man down. And it gets the Giants fans on their feet. Little tap in the pads from both players there. But that's a good trade-off. Jelina taking Eric Neely off for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a great fight there. Both guys connected with some solid punches. Neely with a couple early ones, and then Jelina comes back with a couple hard ones at the end.
There's an uppercut coming here. He catches him with. I mean, those punches in the back of the head, they hurt.
Oh, yeah.
There's a great uppercut, and he recovered well, and Jelina with the takedown. Pretty even fight.
Yeah, you know, both guys landed some pretty solid shots and standing up for each other. You know, it certainly got the crowd into it, and you know, it'll get their players behind them as well. Giants are going to be short-handed. Garst is going to go for an interference call that I believe started the whole thing, where he stepped up and hit the guy when the puck had gone by, and they kind of gave him one, and it looked like he kind of you know, stayed in front of him a little bit too long, and you know, the call was made, which you know, I think is how the rule is supposed to be interpreted, which it isn't always done that way. But you know, there'll be another opportunity for the MK power play, which moved it around pretty well the first time out.
Immediately following the ensuing faceoff, Evan Ritt and Justin Johnner get tied up, and both guys engage in an enthusiastic exchange before the takedown, and a major penalty each for their troubles. A little over 2 minutes.
Can they get a lead going into the break? They deserve it, it must be said. McFall, Bouvier and Lake, and there's going to be the question asked here along the bench. Ferland has dropped his gloves with Ben Lake. grabs his helmet off Ferland. As Lake takes one to the side of the head. Uppercut from Ferland. Lake gets his right hand, firing like a piston, and they go down to the ice. And the bench love it. As Ben Lake, a little bit of incidental contact off the play led to this, Stu, and he finished strong with a couple of big right hands as we see him here.
Ben Lake not shy of dropping the gloves at all. Very familiar from his time with the Alaska Aces. Getting involved with Jonathan Ferland there, and a good solid few punches from the Blaze forward.
Meanwhile, off the puck, you can see there's a player prone on the ice, and a fight between the two players. Belfast Giants players still on the ice, down on the ice, not moving.
The Blaze will go and grab that puck behind their net. Oh, a big shove comes in. The Blaze will have a power play, and Kevin Morris is going to accost Bouvier, and we're going to have a fight as Morris has to eat a couple. The captain sticking up for his teammate here. Bouvier getting the best of this one though, raining the punches in. Morris is trying to get that hand free. He has now, and he throws one of his own. Bouvier has that right hand tied up of Morris, who tries to sneak one under. Now he gets a couple on the back of the head. The linesman a little premature. They break it up, but Kevin Morris wears that C on his chest with pride and does what a captain should do. Sticks up for his boys.
Yeah, came in. Kelly Ainsworth took a bit of a hit there from Bouvier that was called by the referee, but there Morris comes in and stands up for his team, and that gets the Skydom on their feet as well.
Bishop now. Bishop inside for Johnner, who takes a nudge for it, and Bishop again trying to finish his checks off of Lemkoff. Lemkoff doesn't drop the gloves, but Hunter Bishop again not happy with the hit that was laid in on Dustin Johnner, but Bishop gets the gloves off, shuts it down, takes a takedown. Good job by Bishop, stand up for his teammate.
Yeah, you know, big hit there on Johnner, and Bishop obviously didn't like it. He went right in there and looked like he got a couple good shots in. I'm not sure what the rules are in this tournament with fighting and all that, but certainly, you know, Bishop didn't like it, and he came right in to stand up for his teammate.
Onto the stick, and forward goes Chris Engles. Engles to Anderson. Anderson shoved over by Swindlehurst, straight into the face there, and Engles is going to go with Swindlehurst. Engles and Swindlehurst. Engles gets the hits in first. Helmet off Swindlehurst, and the tussle. Uppercuts from Engles, and Swindlehurst holds on, and it goes over the top and drags Engles down. But it's a good effort there from Chris Engles. Did not like the hit one little bit on Johan Anderson. Sticking up for the captain there, and Chris Engles and ex-Dundee Stars player Paul Swindlehurst will hit the box.
Well, that's got the Stars fans back awake, I think, making noise. Don't think Chris Ingles would have been the first name you would have called out for a scrap with Swindlehurst, but yeah. Well, the fans have the Stars awake. Let's see if they can keep that going and try and get the next goal for the Dundee Stars here.
Yes, entire Dundee Ice Arena on its feet there.
Dumped into the Giants' end once again. Roach under pressure from Moffat, who steals the puck away from him, tries to get to the front of the net, and good save by Tyler Bescarwani, and another gathering behind the net here, and this could get a few fisticuffs going. Happy Christmas, everybody. Dane Barr's looking for a dance partner. He tries to grab Curtis Leonard. Leonard with the helmet off, and he's got the right glove going here now. There's fights breaking out as Moffat tries to pick one up. We'll try and pick one here right in front of the net, the two number 10s. I'm not too sure we've got here on the screen. You've got the wide screen on. Roop and Leonard battling here. The net's being taken out of the way. There's another fight in the corners. Paddy Dwyer picks off. Roop and Leonard, a couple of rights being thrown. Again, I think that's them done. Leonard was out there for a long time, but a wee bit of roughness doesn't go amiss, and
well, there's
going to be a few penalties handed out here.
It was certainly building up there over the last few shifts. It was getting really chippy, and I got to imagine this one's going to take a while to sort out because there was all kinds of stuff going on all over the place, and you know, it'd be interesting to see what comes out of this. But it was certainly building over the last few shifts, and you could see it happening.
I would say Leonard and Roop will go for 5 each. There was a couple of Balmers there in the penalty box now, chirping across the far side. Paddy Dwyer's heading into the penalty box. He's still got his gloves on, so you would think maybe he got 2+2 for roughing, but with the referees keeping the whistle in the pocket, is that a contributing factor to that incident?
Yeah, I think sometimes you can, you know, officials can kind of let it get out of control a little bit when they let them play a little bit too much, and then guys start taking things in their own hands. So I'm not sure if that was an added factor or what, but you could certainly see it building over the last few shifts, and you know, obviously it boiled over there, and there was all kinds of stuff going on. I don't even really know what. I was every time you look, something else was going somewhere else. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here if somebody ends up short, or if it all's a wash, or you know, you just have to wait and see.
And Kevin Rain to the blue paint, goes to the back door, shot coming in, can't get it on target though. Breaks out there, it comes off a stanchion in front, and Sullivan sends that around, but a big hit coming in there from Jim Vanimir. This is going to draw a crowd. Vanimir now with Tyson Wilson, and the gloves are off. Tyson Wilson with the right coming in. Vanimir getting rid of his helmet there, and he gets the glove off. It's always difficult trying to get the scraps coming in with along the wall. Vanimir showing a bit of leadership. He's got the hand free, as does Wilson. A right from Vandy. Vandy again, a left coming in from Wilson. Big scrap here, trying to raise the crowd. Vanimir with a few left. So it was great to see. He catches him right in the chin with that one. Again, Jimbo with another right. The linesmen step in. A spirited battle from Jim Vanimir and Tyson Wilson. But that has certainly sparked the crowd.
That's a good fight from both men there, and that's what you're looking for, a reaction. Jimbo crushes a guy, you know, whether they give him a penalty or not, the guy's got his head down trying to make a play. Answers the bell against Wilson. It's a good fight. They both landed a couple of good punches, and that's what the Giants will want. Kiefer will be happy to see that, and he'll want a reaction from his team.
Jonathan spins away from Josh Batch. Jonathan Ferland played 7 games in the NHL. Also a Calder Cup winner. Chance of 3 Calder Cup winners in their lineup. Oh, and a scrap in behind now. Josh Batch and Jonathan Ferland. Josh Batch, the bigger boy here, tries to get the uppercut going, tied up from Jonathan Ferland. There's a swing around there, a little bit of a merry-go-round, but much of a muchness. Good for Jonathan Ferland to stand up, and Josh Batch is still down. Might have took a A knock on the wall, but certainly nothing intentional there. Almost gets the player, the fans on their feet. And a spirited bout between Batch and Jonathan Ferland.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what started it there. You know, Ferland's a physical player there, and he's always getting in the forecheck and making big hits. So it could have just been a fact that got a big hit on Batch or one of the Devils, and you know, Batch is a guy who on the national team he'll step in, stick up for his teammates, and you know, he's not afraid to mix it up. So you know, good job by both those guys to drop the gloves and
well, they're going to sit for 5 minutes each. No, doesn't look as if there's an instigator penalty. There's been an awful lot of them this year. And again, Batch and Ferland both sit for 5 minutes. There's a chance here.
Again, Clan working doggedly in defence to just keep the danger away at arm's length. Another hit. Pieram this time from Ferland. Now Gutwald getting involved. Bit of a tussle between these two. Yet to see a punch thrown. Gutwald gets a couple of right-handers in. Just a tussle between the two guys at the moment. It's back in possession a minute.
Big hit there, Tommy Hughes. Kendall McFall. He did indeed.
A big hit in at the boards from Kevin Rain on Zach Fitzgerald. The fans not happy with that. Now Fitzgerald back up. He's going at it with Kevin Rain now. And the gloves are off. Fitzgerald lays a couple of blows in at Kevin Rain. Not happy at that hit on him. Rain pulls the jersey. Fitzgerald struggles to escape. Fitzgerald and Rain continue to tussle behind that goal. I think the referees are going to intervene now and end it there. Fitzgerald not happy with that hit from Kevin Rain. He got back up. And he and Kevin Rain went at it. Fitzgerald not happy. Now Bond back to
move there, but Jesse Craig keeping his man to the outside. Darcy Murphy comes in to help out in a real battle between Rutherford and Jesse Craig. A little slasher. Rutherford and Craig again. Rutherford's going to pick up a slashing call, and Rutherford's wanting them to go, and the both of them have now dropped their gloves. So David Rutherford in behind the play.
Rudy's
couple of rights from Rudy. He's got the helmet off of Jesse Craig, and David Rutherford is taking him to town here tonight.
That's a win for Rutherford right there.
Great job by David Rutherford.
Couple of stick fights. I think Rudy took the first penalty, and then he got Craigie to go, but Rudy was throwing bombs.
You still expect the extra penalty go David Rutherford's way, but he gets a big pat in the back there from a couple of players. He skates off the ice. Always get to see a scrap.
Yeah, that was he's a strong boy. Two guys willing to go at it, and it was pretty much just Rudy throwing the fists.
Is he going to get the instigator as well?
He's going to get the 2 minute for slashing, but I think Craigie got him too, but obviously Rudy's was blatant in front of the referee, so I think Guildford will get the power play, but for me it should be all evens on the fight.
Shot from the point, blocked on its way through. Baldwin, he's played a lot of ice time in this third period. Big hit delivered on Lewis Hook, and Jonathan Boxel jumps in. Boxel didn't like that one on Ferguson, and you know, you've got to think about that. They're still letting him go. Boxel didn't like the hit on Hook, and these two are going to go.
Ferguson
a couple of rights away.
Yeah, Ferguson had the upper hand early on. Boxey's jumped back up and he's having another go. That's a good fight.
He gets a takedown. That's a great job by Jonathan Boxel.
Boxey sticking up for his teammate there. Yeah, Boxey sticking up for his teammate there. Ferguson did well, landed a few and got a takedown, but the fans going nuts for him here.
He's going to go down the tunnel. And that's a great job by Jonathan Boxel. Boxey, it was a big hit being delivered in the corner.
Take advantage of the space, and Neely might just do that. Neely moving in. Oh, and he feels like he was taken down, or at least the crowd feel like he was taken down. And then we've got a little bit of action in the corner. There's a Giants man down. There's a lot of pushing and shoving out in front.
Yeah, everybody was focused in on the play by Eric Neely, and I think it's going to be Eberle that may be in trouble here. Hit looked a little bit high from up here, coming in on the Belfast other defenseman as the puck went into the corner. We'll have to see what the officials are going to call here. But I think everybody was surprised that there wasn't a penalty on Neely in the first place, but definite call here coming up on Eberle. As it from up here, like I said, looked like it was a bit of a high hit. We'll see it here. We'll see what happens. Good stick on puck there, so no penalty there in my eyes. That's pretty good play, but it's coming up in the corner, and it looks as though Eberle's going to be gone from the game. Whether it's going to be, you can just see the feet of it there as he looks like he raises up.
5+ game for elbowing sees the end of Tanner Eberle's night.
In a first period in our coverage this year, we've had a Bouchard hat trick for Dundee. It would be something else. We've got a fight now, and it's Noble. Noble is eating some right hands from Boxel. Well, Boxel's got a goal, and now he's going after Noble, and Boxel's got an absolute wrenching on the neck of Noble. He hog ties him and throws him to the ice, and that's why the bench was so happy with Boxel. He steps up for his teammates after a questionable hit at the blue line by Noble.
Well, that's right. Noble hit one of the Giants players when he didn't have the puck, and that's why Boxel jumped in. Didn't think it was a clean hit, and basically thought it was a bit of one of those ambush plays where you hit a guy when he's not really looking. So he just jumped in straight away and started a fight there to protect his teammate.
Okay, we got 5 each for fighting, and we've got 2 + 10 on Boxey for instigation.
Power play coming up for the Blaze, but everyone on that Giants bench will take that. Watch Noble. Noble goes headhunting. He goes after Hook, and Boxel says, not on my watch.
A good poke check from Blair Riley. And Shudra is happy to finishes his hit against the board there. And Besco-Warney's come out the net, and he wants a piece of goal, Shudra. And Shudra, well, he went in very tough, hard on that hit on it. Look on Kendall McFall.
I'd like to see that one again. I mean, the keeper's not happy.
He's
definitely not happy.
But I mean, the referee's arm hadn't been raised though.
My issue here is Colleen's right up there. Colleen is more than likely going to get a penalty here as he's left the crease.
Yeah, Colleen has left the crease, and well, he's now sent Cole Shudra to the bin. But again, is that he sent Shudra?
He sent him off.
He sent him off. But
he's leaving the game. It might be 2-10. We don't know yet.
He hadn't raised his arm though.
No, the play continued.
The play was carrying on, and it was only then because Besco-Warney, it was almost he went for the reaction. Now Besco-Warney has to get a penalty fair for leaving his crease though, and he threw a glove there.
I'm not too sure.
I mean, it looked like a boarding.
I'd like to see that again.
It did look like boarding. It did look.
Certainly looked a bit suspect. So we've got the home team. Cole Shudra's got a 5-minute penalty here.
So James Hanson is likely to go and sit these 5 minutes.
He hasn't seen much ice time today. I know he's picked up a couple of facial injuries last week and sporting the full cage this week. That one again.
Fortunately,